Okay, I don't think that we could have drugged this out any longer.
It's the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to tour our house.
Come along.
Okay, before we go any further, let's actually back up a bit. How'd we get here? It all started back in 2020 when Elliot and I decided that we wanted to make some big radical changes in our life, not just for ourselves, but for our newborn daughter, Uma.
You gonna walk with us?
So we decided to quit our jobs and to sell our house and to get rid of nearly all of our belongings and begin what we were calling a wandering retreat, which was this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to just be free out in the world with no obligations and to explore the country and to camp in wild places and reconnect to nature and meet new people and to gather inspiration for the next chapter and the next stage of our lives.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. All it is matters, let it in.
We initially started off by tent camping for free in national forests, but as the days got colder and colder, we ended up actually upgrading to a Ford Transit van. Our wandering retreat was everything and nothing like we thought and hoped it was going to be. We tried our best to chase the sunny, warm weather. We jumped into wild waters and took off our clothes as often as possible.
So close your eyes.
We danced ecstatically around fires. We played, we cried, we laughed, we prayed. We dreamt about new ways of living and loving. We imagined a better way of parenting. We fell in love, we fell down, we got in fights, we made love, we chased illusions, and we destroyed delusions. We got bored, we got hungry, we got lost, we got horny, we got angry, we got hurt, we got healed. And we got invited into all of these homes and met so many earth angels and people who provided little sanctuaries for us when things felt a little scary. And then through kind of a weird series of events, we found ourselves volunteering on this little organic farm up in western North Carolina. It was there that we met the Carters, this small homesteading family that lives intentionally with another family on their land. And we never, ever anticipated loving Western North Carolina as much as we did, but it wasn't long before we realized that we were home. These people and these mountains and this way of life, it all felt like the way forward for our family. So we decided to purchase a little lot of land and this 100-year-old cottage. And we believe that our destiny is to steward this land and to raise and expand our family in these southern Appalachian Mountains.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. All it is matters, let it in.
We're really not sure how much we want to share and document this next stage of our lives at the moment, but we definitely want to show you around and give you a little peek into our new home and our new life.
Coming! Hi everyone! So it's finally time after like a month of teasing you guys and making you wait to show you our house. The house is on 2 acres of land. 3 sides of the property are a stream that join 3 other streams at the end of our field, creating this like really beautiful stream that kind of looks like a river or a little bit of a creek down at the bottom. It's really pretty flat. We're gonna show you the field right now, but just know that it will not be a grass field for long. So we basically live on the border of South Carolina, in North Carolina, in the mountains here. We have one neighbor that we share a gravel driveway with, but beyond her house is hundreds of acres of like a land trust, so a forest. Across the street from us are where some goats live, where our neighbor keeps his goats. And then beyond that, like there's no other houses in sight, but there are some houses a couple acres each way. So it's kind of nice because we feel like we have a lot of privacy, but there is a little bit of like a neighborhood sort of feeling as well. So this is our field.
we do love our house, but I think that this was like the #1 selling point for both of us, and particularly for Elliot. Elliot just keeps talking about all the flowers that are gonna be planted here, but I also am excited for the vegetables and for our chickens and maybe potentially goats, we'll see.
I've been sitting out here in the sun every single day. It's so nice.
Right at that chair right there, Elliot says, I'm gonna get my 20 minutes of sun.
It feels so good. It's like medicine. All the way down here. This is all our land to the edge of the stream here. I'm just walking so you guys can get a feel for what 2 acres feels like. And the thing about like this 2 acres, especially with like the forest and the creek and the stream and then like some mild slopes, is there's so many different zones. So in a small space, there can be so many different like little ecosystems, micro ecosystems happening. So just really using this time to form an intimate relationship with this space and really learn it and its terrain before we like start planting anything. All right, should we go inside the house?
Yeah. Doesn't pepperoni go so well with our new red house?
Red truck, red house. So the first thing is when you park, there's 2 entrances, but we found ourselves coming in through the screened in porch here, which is so big and amazing. And with the weather being so temperate here, I imagine that this space is going to get a lot of use.
I imagine many like family dinners or gatherings will be out here, and even just like this futon here turns into a bed. So if me or a friend wants to sleep outside here, it's perfect because you've got the screened in area. I just love this part of the house.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep out here a lot. The moment you've been waiting for.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I'm just gonna like have a disclaimer. We might sound like we're bragging, but we just like love. I like want to cry. I love this home so much. We haven't had a home for 2 years, and this feels like she called us in. Like she wanted us to live here, and I just love it so much, unabashedly. I love it so much.
So yeah, you walk into the foyer, and right now this is just where I'm storing my book collection, but ultimately we imagine this being like a somewhat like functioning space.
Well, and you taught me that a foyer is for like taking off your coat and taking off your shoes, and so I like the fact that this house, because it's so old, feels like it's built from a very pragmatic standpoint. So we have a second bathroom in here, but also like a washroom. So if we're dirty or muddy from working on the farm, we can immediately wash our hands, throw our dirty clothes in the laundry, and I just like that practical aspect of our house.
Totally. It's so yeah.
It's such a long tour.
Washroom, bathroom, insert B-roll or whatever.
And kitty litter.
Yep, we didn't get B-roll of that.
Did you tell them we have cats?
Oh yeah. We got 2 new kitties. We got Rosie the boy and Tika Tika the girl.
Who named them?
Uma named them. Uma has named every doll, every item Tika Tika since she was a baby, so she was very happy to finally be able to name a real living creature Tika Tika. So then you enter the living room, which is such a nice space. It's like on the inside of the house, so I imagine it'll stay the coolest in the summer. I want my living room to feel a little more like feral. Like I always love for the inside of our house to have this sort of like really inspired by outdoors. So I want like the color of the walls and like everything decorating it to really kind of feel inspired by nature. And right now it just feels like a nice clean living room. Here, I'll put some of my inspo pics right here. Thanks, Matt.
I was just gonna tell you not to point because then I'm forced to put the picture somewhere, but it's fine.
He's gonna put the pictures somewhere not where I pointed.
I don't think many of you will think that this couch is all that special. It feels like a little understated, but I love it. It feels so perfect. And my favorite thing is that it's a pull-out bed because we don't have a big house and we want to be able to host our friends and family members, so we can turn this into a little guest room. And I think pull-out beds are so magical. I think it's so neat that something's a couch and then you're like, hold on, and you pull it out and then it becomes a bed. I just think they're so special.
We've set a goal to find everything in our house secondhand. Thrifting, going to the bins, Facebook Marketplace. A big value for us is to curate the whole space with found objects and thrifted objects, so.
We did sell almost all of our belongings 2 years ago when we decided to become minimalists and quit our jobs and travel around, but Elliot did store some of our favorite things, and I didn't realize how many of the special things that you did save. And obviously, like, I'll have you speak to it, but what was the first decoration that you put up in this house?
The very first thing I pulled out of the box was a picture of my sweet mom. Grief is really weird because as life keeps like changing, it's just like she couldn't have even imagined us like getting to this point. So it just like feels symbolic of like at least like she's here in my heart and in spirit and watching over us.
I'm getting total flashbacks of when we did our house tour back in like 2018. I'll link it right now.
That's our house. Our cute little quaint abode, our little house on the hill. Uma, do you love your house?
All right, move on.
All right, kitchen. We've never had a kitchen with this much storage. It's really, really exciting. And this dining room is huge. I love the space. This color and these like metallic tiles are definitely like, I appreciate what they were going for and someone would love it, but it's a little too like masculine and like just dark for me. So insert pictures of some of my kitchen inspo. We're probably like this winter, since we can't be working in the garden, we'll be doing a lot of painting and interior decorating. So I'm excited to make this kitchen a little bit more of our vibe.
I love this kitchen. I love that it's huge. I love that I have all of this space to cook. I think that's been the biggest problem, is I've been wanting to cook for our family, and I love to host, and I haven't been able to do that for years. And so I love how big the space is. We want to get like a giant big dinner table. We can have lots of people sit around and gather. I love all of this counter space here. And like Elliot said, there's tons of storage, and I think not having a basement, that feels really important. Yeah, I think it'll be good when Elliot wants to lighten it up and make it look more us and more vibrant. But for right now, I just love this space.
What I want in my living space is for you to come inside and kind of still feel like you're mostly outside. All right, so main bathroom. I have no idea what we're gonna do with this space. Doesn't feel that important to me yet, but I do want it to feel a little more alive. But yeah, I like how plain and simple and functional it is too.
I like the walls, I like the space. We're gonna think about what we could put there.
Something here. But yeah, I always like a kooky bathroom. So you walk in, this is our giant bedroom. You guys, I want this space to be so sexy. I want it to be mostly just filled with plants, candles, incense, our bed, and good vibes. This bed frame was the first purchase, and I love it so much.
Our friends Wendy and Christina were laughing at us because Ellie kept saying, "Isn't it so sexy?"
Isn't it? All right, so what's really cool, we have this space, then it just connects right into, oh yeah.
You're like, maybe that's not the cool part.
We have one bedroom door that we share, and then Uma has her own door, but the bedrooms are basically like connected. So this is Uma's room, and then she has her own door to the bathroom as well right now. But yeah, Uma's cute little room. I don't really have any inspiration pictures for you to show. I was really excited about this bed. We got it off Marketplace, and then I like got
No, I need to tell the story. We're both very enthusiastic about getting this bed because Uma, she loves princess stuff. So we were like, let's get this carriage. Elliot sent me out, 1.5-hour drive to some mountain town over there. I come back, and the first thing Elliot says is, "Does it look cheap?" So it's been a moment of contention, but your hate level has been changing on it, right?
Yeah, I put this quilt on it and I'm like, it can still be very like cottagey and quaint and cute. It's just all about how we decorate the rest of the room. So it's growing on me.
And I think we should be inspired by this little thing that Grandma Elledge, her Uma's surrogate, gave us.
Yeah, I want it to feel magical in the way of fairy tales, not like magical like Disney princess. You know, does that make sense? You get it. All right, and then this spot is gonna be
the turns.
We have one more little outdoor sitting area, and like this is a dream come true for me. I have wanted to live on land with flowing water, and I just feel so grateful every day hearing this sweet little stream. These are azalea bushes. So in the pictures on the listing, these were just like covered in like pinks and white flowers. And I just think that this space is gonna be such a little sanctuary.
It is so peaceful.
And I'm like, I don't have anything to say. Just
No, we need to quit blabbing.
So our second kind of more summer probably hangout spot is across this little bridge. So this is like shaded now, but in the summer it's even more of just like a sweet little cove back here. So I can definitely imagine that on like warmer summer days we'll be tucked back in here.
I feel like this is a space for us to get feral and wild. Like if we want to take off our clothes and do a fire, and to have like this balance of like a structured home where we can like have like more stability and routines, but then out here to still be so deeply connected to nature. It's just what I love about this property, and this space is literally like 10 feet away, and it's like a different ambiance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a shed.
We fought for it in the negotiations. So we hope you enjoyed this house tour of ours. We've been very eager to show you, and we just appreciate you so much caring about our journey and our process. And if you have any ideas in terms of what Elliot should do when it comes to stylizing, or ideas for what we should do with the land, I know in our previous video, we were really struggling with how we want to show up in this space. And we're still kind of in this ambiguous stage where we just need a little bit of time to retreat and to hibernate and to spend time learning and growing without having the need to share it, and like actually learn how to homestead and actually learn how to make the best use of this little farmhouse that we've got.
You can obviously follow us on Instagram. We have our Patreons that we do, and we have a whole library of videos that are really beautiful of our journey getting here. And if you are new here, you should definitely check those out.
Speaking of which, there should be 2 options below my face right now. For those of you that have been around for a while, I included the home tour of our very original house, and then I've included a playlist of just our whole wandering retreat and what led us up to this particular moment, this homestead, this farmhouse, and for us to begin the new stage and the new chapter of our life. And we just are so appreciative of you, and thank you so much for the kind, positive comments from last week's video.